Going live, going live. All right. I'm gonna take these on, gonna make one plays every day. Let me adjust this real quick. Make sure we can see everything. I like that angle. I like how that's coming in. I like how it's coming on Instagram. So how's everybody doing? Right, this is Elite Playbook, Front of Champions Playbook. This is the Get Leads Now show, right? And this one is coming live from North Hollywood, California. So it's our second time going out on the road. You know what I'm saying? And it's always great when we get out on the road and hit another city, right? Eventually go to different states and to different countries, right? So what this show is the title of the show is How to Set Your $1 Million Goals with Your Business. Now listen, you should be doing stuff big with your business, right? Your business, you should have goals, right? That's how things work and grow in your business, right? So you have to set your goals, right? And you have to do that. That's very important, right? But how do you actually get that accomplished, right? We're going to go through the steps to get that done on today's show. So stay locked in, right? Stay focused, stay winning. You're going to see exactly how that's done, right? It's going to be incredible. So for the first part of the show, we're going to be going over is how to center your goal around a specific outcome and why that's so important, right? That's extremely important for setting it around a specific outcome, your goal, right? You have to know how to do that, right? Because really, if you think about your goal, right, your goal can't just be something random, right? It has to be something specific, right? Your goal has to be something specific. So how you do that is whenever you do, you have your goal in mind, right? Whatever you do, you have your goal in mind. So you have to be thinking about your goal because you don't want to get distracted, right? You don't want to be thinking one thing and then time goes on and you're doing something completely different. That's not what you want, right? You want your goal centered around something specific, right? So, like with the Champions Playbook, right? We're doing business consulting centered around high ticket sales. So everything that we're going to be doing is going to be keeping that in mind, right? Whether it's references, whatever we're doing, we're going to do that. So whenever you make a goal, I want you to write down like what the end, where you want it to end at, right? Whatever you want it to end at, I want you to write that down. So let's say it is, we're going to use 100,000, right? 100,000, right? So that if that's our goal is 100,000, right? Whatever we're doing, we're going to keep that piece of the goal in mind in whatever we do, right? So how do we do that? We write that down, right? Whenever we're mapping our goals out, right, we're going to keep this in mind, right? In exactly what we're doing. We have to keep this in mind. It's extremely important because if you don't keep that in mind, you can get unfocused, right? And that's not what you want. You do not want to get unfocused. You want to stay focused at all times, right? If you don't stay focused, bad things can happen, right? You can get lost. You don't want to get lost, right? So from here, right? So we have our specific outcome, right? And so from our specific outcome, we're going to set our goals around that, right? We're going to set our goals around that. So, right? So we're doing TCP right here. TCP, the Champions Playbook, LLC. All right, so our goal, and let's say our goal is to get, so our goal is $100,000, right? So how are we going to get this done? Okay, so we need, let's say, 100 clients. Break this down at $1,000 each. So that's what we're gonna do, right? We already kept in mind that the goal was 100,000. We need to get 100 clients at $1,000 each, right? That's the profit we need to get. If we're going off a profit, we need to get 1,000 each. That's the goal that we're looking to do, right? That's what we're looking to accomplish, right? So we always have to keep this in mind at all times, right? Did my arrow wrong. Did it kind of backwards, that's fine. So we always want to keep this in mind in whatever we're doing, right? Always have to understand how important that is, right? When you're doing something, you want to keep that in mind, right? And then, so now we know we have to have 100 clients, right? So what's the next step? So these 100 clients, 1,000 each, right? So we'll say, let's have we're going to have 2 shows, right? So we'll drop down here. So how we're going to do this? 2 shows at $500 each, right? And that's okay. And so now that we know we're going to do that, the show is going to be a package, right? The show is going to come as a package, part A and then part B, right? Part A is going to be how to get your referrals, and part B is what they're going to get in your company, right? So we're breaking it down, right? This is exactly how you center it around specific. Everything is tied, everything here is tied together, right? It all comes back. So what was that specific outcome you were looking for, right? You have to think about that kind of stuff whenever you're doing anything with your business. That's so important to know. Now, what I have to do, I have to make sure that I have to have my other marker real quick. So I'm going to be right back and be like, seconds. Right back. All right, Chapter 2 back in action. I had to go pick something up. That's life. Sometimes you have to adjust, you have to pivot. That's life. So yeah, just make sure. So, and I'm showing you the wrong way to do this, right? Before I move on, I'm showing you the wrong way to do this. So this is the wrong way to do this. Is just okay, I want to make it $1,000, 100,000, so $5 t-shirts. $5 t-shirts. $5. You know what? Let's do this different color so we know. Green is always good. Greens are go-to. So 5. So blue. We're using blue today. Blue is what we don't want to go with, right? So keep that in mind. All right. All right. So let's get to it. So when we talk about blue, when we talk about something we don't want, say $5 t-shirt. $5 t-shirt. Okay. Now, how much t-shirts do you have to sell to get to $100,000? How many t-shirts do you have to sell? Stock chart, what's going on? What's going on with you? How many t-shirts do you have to sell to get to $100,000? Right? Think about that. What we're going with the show is how to set your $1 million goals, right? Shout out Markel Russell, right? Working on the millionaire expert, right? But this is the wrong way, right? $5 t-shirts, right? Nope. Nope, don't do that. Don't do that. Because you're gonna be selling t-shirts forever. It's labor intensive, right? So, okay, we got some information. So you have to sell 20,000 t-shirts, right? And then you have to take away what you took to produce them and everything else. 20,000 t-shirts, right? So you have to sell 20,000. 20,000 T's to get to 100. We're going to move the comment. You guys are going to see why having doing it the way I showed you makes so much more sense. Okay, so that's the wrong way, because what would you rather have? Would you rather have you could have it only one way? Would you rather have 100 clients at $1,000, or would you rather sell $5 t-shirts and sell 20,000 t-shirts? Which one makes more sense? Which one is making more sense to you? Think about it. 100 people, 20,000 people, right? Because but if you look at it, if 5% of these people are difficult and you have to refund, okay, you still made 95,000, right? If they were just completely difficult, just nasty people you didn't want to deal with, okay, you still at 95,000, right? But if you have 5% of 20,000 clients being difficult, think about the headaches. Think about the headaches. You want to go through headaches? You want to go through those headaches? No, you don't. You don't want to go through those headaches. You want to be in this area. This is the area that you want to be in. This area right here. 100 clients, 2 shows, $500 a show, 100,000. You got to make sense with what you're doing, right? When the community gets in, we got to check out what the community is talking about, big facts. That's also going to take away the amount of sales you have to get a year, a month, a week. Yes. And you can over deliver. Right? When you're taking away the amount of sales you have to do, when you're taking away all that nonsense, drama, all that, you can over deliver. Do you want to over deliver? Absolutely. Right? Take away the headaches, take away the drama, because see, this is why this is so important. Like people worry about how many people are in their lives or whatever. I mean, not lies, literal lies, but when they go live and things like that, don't worry about that. Don't worry about that, because one solid client is worth more than 1,000 people just sitting there talking about nothing. Understand the power, because that one that has a great network can turn into what? They got connections. They're going to North Hollywood, they're going to Valencia, they're going to Vallejo, they're going to Vegas, they're going to New Mexico. They have a strong network. So the people they talk to and they can't even sometimes get on because they're doing stuff over there in the case, but the people that get on respect what they're doing, right? So don't worry about that. Worry about the power of your 100. Worry about the power of your 100. Right? It's powerful. So worry about this. This is how you want to set it up. Right? That's how you want to set it up. Seriously. You want to set your stuff up right. You always want it centered. Whenever you set a goal, right? Have it centered around a specific outcome, whether it's 100,000, whether it's you want to go to the beach, whatever you want to do. Have it centered around that. I'm telling you, that's the way to do it, right? So that's part one. Right? That's part one. You have to remember that, right? I want you to remember that, right? You can always come back and check these out. That's the beautiful part about going live. You can check it on YouTube, you can check it out on Instagram. But also, what's also beautiful about it, that's what people have to understand about the digital real estate, is that the people that are in here communicating these early shows, this is going to be here forever. So people, when they come back and I tell people, hey, go watch episode 7 or episode 3, they can literally go back and watch it, right? And see what we were doing all these years ago, right? Exactly. Over-delivering is key. You want to over-deliver. That's what Stock Shark talking about. You want to over-deliver. You have to over-deliver. So let's get into part 2. Have to have your goal check. I have your goal check on you. Okay, so let's get into it. Let's get into it, right? We're on page 76. All right, we're gonna get into this a little bit. Check this out. This is so powerful. All right, I'm gonna read a little bit this to you guys, so you guys just understand how important setting goals are. Right? Just so you understand how important setting goals are. The Harvard MBA program is extremely competitive. Today, it admits approximately 15% of applications. Only 15% of the people that apply for this program ever get into the program, okay? In the 60s, the acceptance rate into the Harvard MBA program was about 30%. It dropped down to 20% in the 70s, and it has fluctuated between 10 and 15% ever since. So 10 and 15% of people ever get into the Harvard MBA program. So it's a very exclusive program, right? You gotta think about that, okay? Students who make it past the application process are typically standouts. They are fairly successful by most traditional definitions. They have to have an undergraduate degree and typically 3 to 5 years of work experience to be considered suitable for acceptance into Harvard Business School, right? So that's what they have to be a part of this program, right? So that's something I want you to think about. This program is so exclusive, you can't just walk into the program, right? You have to be accepted in and things like that. The average Harvard MBA graduate starts their career at $115K with a $20K signing bonus, right? Nonetheless, some graduates of the Harvard MBA program end up being much more successful than others in the long run. Okay, so I just wanted to set the table so everybody understood exactly what was going on, because we're going to go ahead and get to the best part of this. So stay tuned. So why do you think 3% of Harvard MBAs make 10 times as much as the other 97% combined? Right? So this is what I'm saying. So we start off at 100%. Okay? Then you got 97%. And then you got 3%. This one over here makes, what is it? They make 3%, make 10 times, 10x more. I'm excited when I talk about this stuff because it's so important, right? You have to understand this. They make 10 times more than all of these. They make 10 times more than all of those. 10x more. Do you understand what's going on? So why does this happen? Why does this happen? They make 10 times more. The answer is a simple question. Have you set clear written goals for your future and made plans to accomplish them? That's why, because they have clear goals, they know where they're going. That's why. That's why they're making 10 times more, because they have a clear roadmap. Right? They have their GPS set to where they're going to go. Right? They're focused, they're dedicated on exactly where they're going to go. Right? You have to think about that. You have to think about exactly where you're going to go. Okay. In 1979, interviewers asked that question of new graduates of Harvard's MBA program and found out that 84% had no specific goal at all. So let's break that down. So that's why they're not making the money, because 84%, you know, blue is no good, 84%. 84% are lost. 84% of people are lost. They don't know where they're going. 84%, that's a pretty high percentage, isn't it? Will you agree that's a high percentage? 84% are lost, right? 13 had goals, but they were not written down. So 13% did not put goals down. 13%. Okay. 3%. Now we're getting to the successful people. 3%. Okay. So now we go here. 3%. What was it? Had clear written goals and plans to accomplish them. They're working off of a clear plan. 3% are working off of a clear plan, where they have it clearly defined exactly what they're going to do. 3%. They got it clear. 3% have it clear. They know exactly what they want to do and how they're going to do it. 3% of them, right? They got it clear, right? They know exactly what they're going to do and how they're going to do it. That's why they're making 10 times more. That's straight from the book, okay? This is what I'm saying, right? But I'm helping you understand exactly how to do it, right? The Champions Playbook way, the business consultant way, the high-ticket sales way, right? 3% of these people, that's why they're making 10 times more than all these combined, because they have a clear, written down goal. They have it in their business plan, right? They have it. They know what they're looking at. They revisit this, right? Do you have a clear, written down goal? Is it clear? Do you have a clear roadmap on how you're going to get there? Had the pussy real. Hey man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate that, man. We gotta, like I said, we're gonna set something up. Don't even worry about that, man. These are powerful. And I appreciate that. I appreciate all the positive things that you've been doing. Like I said, I just appreciate you, man. Like I said, man, I really appreciate all the positive things you've been doing, man. Like I said, we're gonna be getting on live later, so everybody be on the good lookout with that. Elite Playbook, Stock Chart Charlie, man. We shut it down, man. Champions Playbook, and also Stock Chart Charlie. So be on the lookout for that. But yes, think about it. 3%. Where's your goals? Right? Are they written down? I'm in North Hollywood right now. Right? That's about 70, 80 miles from where I live. Right? Because I got a clear goal with my show. Right? Go back and look at the Mondays. Go back and look. Go look on YouTube. Go look on Instagram. Right? You're gonna Mondays. Get leads now. Show you how to do it. I'm gonna show you how to do it. Right? Because it's written down. What I need to do is written down. My show is written down. How the show goes, how long it goes, what time it goes, and what I'm going to do and how long I'm going to be doing the show. Right? The show is going to go. It's going to go in different things. It's going to do all this. Because it's clear. 10 times more than everybody else. 3%. I'm here. I'm in this because I've written them down. It's that powerful to write your stuff down, right? I want you to understand that, right? Do you not understand how important that is? To write your goals down, to write your business goals down, and be dedicated to them, right? Think about that, right? Think about that. Don't play around with those, right? You have to have them written down, right? So, trying to see exactly what page is on. And another thing, check this out. Check this out. How you have your goals check on you, right? I'm gonna give you guys another gift, right? I'm gonna give you guys another gift for your goals. Another gift. And I like this eraser, just smooth. Okay. So, step one. What you want to do? Write out your big goal. For whatever you're doing, when you put your plan together, you have your plan, you have goals inside your plan. Write out your big goal, right? No matter what you're doing, write out your big goal. Definitely write them down, speak them out loud, so the universe can hold you. Man, accountability is key. Accountability. That's why I'm on here every week, but so people can see it. So I can say I go back and watch these while I'm driving. I'm listening. I'm getting better. I'm seeing what's going on. Accountability is so key to what you're doing. Stock chart, you showing up, man. I appreciate you for showing up to keeping it real. Accountability is so key. See if I can get this a little bit closer. Okay. Accountability is so key, right? Think about that. So you always want to write out your big goals. So say it takes 1 year, right? So whenever you're writing your small goals out, let's just say it's 1 year, 1 year. Right? So you got to look at it like this. So this is how I do mine. This is how I do it. I solve for 1 YR, right? It's like mine. It's like math, right? Equals, right? Then I break down the equation from there. I'm solving for 1 year in my big goal, right? So that's how long it's going to be. That's important to me, right? So I need to make it make sense. So that's what I'm solving for, right? And exactly what I do, I'm going to put it in front of this. So let's say it's 100K. 1, like to make it clear, YR. That's the equation that I'm solving for. Okay? That's the big goal. That's the time frame. Right? So then I want to break it down in months. MO. I want to break it down in months, right? So there's going to be something specifically I'm doing every month. Rather I'm doing the show, I'm doing the Get Leads Now show. Whether I'm doing a class that I go to, whatever I'm doing, there's going to be other things tied to that, right? And so once you break them down in months, now here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? And there's 12, right? Then we break it down in days. That's crazy, right? But you don't just break them down, right? It's 365. This is the most powerful one. None of this one. You know why? Because what you can do, you can use a tool. You have a special tool in your phone that you don't even know that you have. I don't know if you use it or not. You know what that tool is? Anybody know what this tool is? It's going to help you. Anybody know what this tool is? It's an incredible tool. I'm telling you. This tool is game changing. This tool is crazy. Right? And you should use it for your goals. That's what I use it for. So when you get to this point, right, when you're doing something every day, this is what you have to do to make this happen. You got your calendar. Calendar is game changing. Notes too. Notes are big too. I use that one just as much, right? And that's an extension. Right? To update your calendar. You want to put reminders in the morning and in the evening on how you went towards getting to that goal. And you want to set reminders, right? It's basically your progress report, right? You got a calendar. Yes, it is. I'm telling you, the calendar is so important because what I learned is this. Your mind goes 24/7. You might be sitting there thinking about something that happened to you 10 years ago. That's how incredible your mind is. But when you're thinking about those things, you might forget you have a meeting. You might forget, not purposely. That doesn't mean you're doing anything wrong. It's just you're thinking so rapidly. You're just going boom, 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 boom. And that calendar is giving you a calendar. It's like, hold on, let me reach out to my clients. Let me reach out to my clients. Let me use Stock Chart for example. He's a stock market professional. He might say, well, I got my Sunday course, right? I got my Sunday community thing going, and I gotta, go over the material. I gotta practice. I gotta prepare to get ready for Sunday. He might say he needs to reach out to his clients for a calls class, right? To learn how to put their calls in, right? To go over companies, to do company breakdowns, to do different things, right? He might have to do that. The calendar is going to remind him, okay, gotta get that done. Boom, calendar. The calendar is going to take care of that. The calendar is going to solve these issues, right? So every day, every 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 day period, he's being accountable, and he can have exactly what he wants to do in that calendar. What's so beautiful about calendars now is you can go back and look at what you've done in the past. Did you catch that? You can go back and look at what you've done in the past and see how accountable and see how productive you were. I can go back and look at every Get Leads Now show and say, well, this is the one I did here. And this is the first time I'm in North Hollywood, like doing the show. I get to see what's going on with the business community out here. I get to see what's available. I get to meet new people. I love that. I wouldn't be able to do that as efficient if I didn't go back and look at my past work. All right? This is something I want to be doing for a very long period of time, right? And I'm in years. I want to do this show for years, every Monday. The plan is to do them live, right? Have that in my calendar. Have that in my calendar, right? Of going over my topics and preparing. I prepare these shows, right? I prepare these shows, right? This is what I prepare. That's how you have your goals checked on you, right? That's how you do it, all right? You have them in your calendar. You don't have them by mistake. So you can solve for the equation. So after you solve for whatever you need to solve for, the end goal is your 100,000. All right? Don't sell yourself short. Do not sell yourself short. This is lead generation right here, right? Don't sell yourself short on this part of the process. All right? Social media is free. Use it. Use it, I'm telling you. Like, show people what you're talking about. This is real estate. It's gonna be here forever, right? Use it, man. That's what I'm saying. But check this out. Like, to thank everybody for coming to the show, for checking it out. And do you have your goals written down? Do you have your goals written down? Right? Do you have your $1 million goals written down? Right? I know Stock Chart. He got over $1 million written down in his goals. He already put that. He already made it clear. You already got it written down. All right? Have your goals clear. Write them clearly out. That's how you do them. You have this is, if from nothing else you get from this, just remember to have your outcome. Have your outcome. I'll talk a lot about how, let's just say it's $1 million. Right? 0, 0, 0, 0. If that's the goal, write it down so you can see, right? You got to think about it. So if you get 1,000 clients that pay you 1,000, I believe that's $1 million, right? You can let me know if I'm right or wrong. All right. What if you get 1,000 clients? At, so now we got them at 1, 0, 0, 0. That's the equation. You got your $1,000 offer, right? Please tell me you got your $1,000 offer. If you have your $1,000 offer, that's not complicated, okay? But if you got a $5 offer, that's super complicated. To get to $1 million from $5, I don't know how many you would have to, $5 items you would have to sell to get to $1 million. I wouldn't even want to know how many. I don't even want to know how many, because that's just going to take too long. There's going to be too many headaches, and the amount of marketing and the amount of all this stuff you got to do. It's not worth it. Let me just help you. It's not worth it, right? It's not worth it. And I want you to do things that are worth it, that are powerful, because you're powerful, right? You're special. And you deserve everything that you're going to get because you're building what you're building. You have your outcome, you have your goals written down, you have your business plan, you have all that, right? So, yeah, and that's, today's show, right? Like I said, first time in North Hollywood, right? Beautiful facility, right? The facility is incredible, right? North Hollywood, California. You have to check it out. If you want to find us, all the links are in the description, right? All the links are in the description if you're looking for where to find us. Right? Business Growth UNIV is the website. All right, the Instagram page is tcp.llc. All right, it's just so much incredible stuff that we got planned. Next week's show, the details are going to be coming out real soon, real soon. So be on the lookout for that. Just want to genuinely thank everybody for coming in. Directly shout out Stock Chart Charlie for coming in and just being positive and sharing his wisdom with the whole community. This show, it's really big that I was able to come out here and do this. So, yes. So I thank everybody for coming out, checking it out, and until next week, continue to make winning plays every day with your business. Don't stop. Let's see. Make sure you're following. Yes. Make sure you're checking out, and also make sure you're checking out Stock Chart if you want to learn about the stock market and being motivated in whatever you're doing, man. So make sure you do that. Make sure you make winning plays every day. We're gonna work out like that. Till next time, make winning plays every day, all my champions. Winning plays every day, YouTube. Don't stop.